So it just occurred to me that human beings, and this includes myself, will protect their positions right or wrong if their ego is attached to it, if their emotions are really attached to it. And I have strived not to allow my emotions to be attached to things, but of course, I'm not always successful in that. But I always strive to examine facts and try to treat people in the manner and ways in which I want to be treated. But it's come to my conclusion and realization that gaslighting and hypocrisy are abuse. And that's kind of what the woke left revel in. They revel in hypocrisy and they revel in gaslighting. As I've said before, I recall there was a woman who, I guess she was a former conservative Republican, and then she was an avid anti-Trumper and even kind of a leftist. I began to ask her questions about certain things. And she began to deflect. See, I'm not a person that worships Trump or worships anybody for that matter. I just see what's right or wrong and I go along with it. I strive to do what is often best. But I wish I had that situation to do over again. She doesn't, the person was following me, I mean, and she was following me for a while. And she liked to brag that she was blocked by many a Trump supporter. And because I said things that were conservative and against the left's narrative, she thought I was one of these blind, dead, myopic Trump supporters, as though she, again, and the truth is she was a mind dead, myopic leftist. At least that's what she had become. And I began to grill her on her beliefs. And she was not used to that. And grill her on the stories. And it does surprise me how far gone we've gotten. I mean, the mayor of Portland was smashed in the face. And I don't think anything happened to the person that smashed him in the face. I don't even know if he's known. I could be wrong on this. He might have been arrested, but this would have been huge news. But it's not. Because, again, civility is not part of the left's agenda. It's power. And they believe they know what is best for society, so they will hide and do, really hide the narrative. And this has become extraordinarily clear to anyone who goes down the rabbit hole. And they will attack you on all levels and every level. So if you do stand up to them, I believe you have to be prepared for the most cruel and vindictive of behaviors. Which I think I am, but then again, I don't know how much power they have. They seem to have a lot. They do hold a lot of strings within the economy, and I don't know if the civilized world can stand up to that. It's surprising how people downplay what these rioters do, and they'll say, "Well, it's not all of Portland that's on fire. They only have a few blocks." I guess a few blocks is acceptable. And even when you talk about the murders in South Africa, they'll say, it's down only, it was, up, I think the highest point was over, I think, 1,000, maybe a year. And they say, well, it's down to only 35, because I guess those numbers are acceptable. But we don't discuss or talk about it. And I have to, I keep forgetting to turn off my Discord. But yeah, we're under kind of strange times right now, and under rather difficult times. People who want civility and reasonable and rational behavior are kind of under the gun right now. They are afraid. And I guess they have a right to be, because people that take stands, they make an example out of them. And one has to have hope that reasonable and rational behavior will one day be the prominent force. But as of now, it is not. Or at least it seems like the irrational and the unhinged lunatics have a lot of power, and they have a lot of vindictive power to those who take a stand up against them. I mean, you just look at like Andy No. Anyone in the mainstream media that praises his book, he's is completely left out of society. Disagreement and things, I guess, are not allowed. And if you choose to disagree, you're taking a lot in your hands. But my hope is that noble people, not just in America, but throughout the civilized world, take a stand. For all human beings are worthy of reasonable and rational and civil behavior. And that is not what the left promotes. They promote none of it. And I'm hoping that we can get to a point where there's a portion of the internet that respects the information age, not the age of censorship and gaslighting, which, by the way, changing the algorithms is a form of gaslighting because it's trying to change reality. Not talking about certain things or taking things, saying that there are subjects that are off limits. It's a form of abuse, and it's not respectful. And my opinion is, you do have your dollars, your money. Why spend it on individuals that despise and hate you? They want to make you have to toe the line to get what they want. Is it really worth it? It's kind of like being in an abusive relationship. They want to change you. My hope is that people take a stand and that they begin to show some economic power, because this is an economic Cold War. It's also physical and threatening in other ways, but it is largely cultural and it is economic, and they have a stranglehold on the economy as of now anyway. Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And I'll end on this, as I said before. All human beings are worthy of rational, reasonable, and civil behavior. Thank you for listening, those of you that do. And as always, be well.